The patient information used in this tutorial is only for general informational purposes. We have used de-identified patient data as per Public Health Information Guidelines. Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will go through the patient payment agreement feature that is available in expEDIum medical billing software. Log in to expEDIum medical billing. The patient payment agreement is an agreement where the patient agrees to pay a certain amount over a period until he or she completely pays the balance due. Here, both the clinic and patient agree upon and signs an agreement. Note that the PPA is disabled by default for all accounts. On demand, the administrator will enable the feature. We can configure template-based patient payment agreement forms that can be customized for each clinic. Manage the PPA from the Patient View list screen by clicking the Open PPA menu icon, and to access a context menu. The context menu provides two options: Create New PPA, List PPA. In the Patient List screen, search John Cooper. He has $400 balance due. Let's create a PPA for John Cooper. Click on Create New PPA to open a window for creating new agreements for each patient. The Create PPA screen auto-populates certain fields. The user must fill other fields. The Agreement Details field contains Agreement ID, auto-generated by the system. Agreement Name, enter the name of the agreement. Let's enter agreement name as PPA_John. Agreement Date. This is the creation date and it is not editable. Installment Amount Details field contains Agreement Amount. Enter the amount as agreed by the patient. Let's enter the agreement amount as $200. Number of installments. Enter the agreed number of installments. Let's consider the number of installments as 5. Installment Amount. Installment amount will be auto-calculated based on agreement amount and number of installments. Start Date. This is the official agreement start date, which determines other agreement details. Select Start Date. Interval. Choose the interval based on the patient's choice. The system supports 6 intervals: weekly, biweekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual. Let's select interval as monthly. End date. It's the system-calculated PPA end date based on the number of installments, start date, and interval. In the Patient Details section, patient first name, last name, current balance due, and patient account number are auto-populated. Current balance due is the patient's current balance due when the agreement is created. In Insured or Guarantor Details, patient's primary insured first name and last name are auto-populated. In Practice Details, select the practice name from the drop-down, and the other fields will auto-populate accordingly. At the top right, you'll find a toggle button for enabling or disabling PPA. It will be enabled by default. After filling in all the details, click on Create. After successfully creating a new PPA, a window will appear with the message Patient Payment Agreement Details Saved Successfully with View and Close buttons. Clicking View Agreement opens the agreement preview screen, and closing it returns you to the PPA list screen. Clicking on View PPA, the View Agreement screen displays the patient payment agreement in the chosen template format. In the top left corner, you can select a pre-configured PPA template from the Choose Template dropdown. An alert message will appear if the template is not configured. Click Print PPA to open the agreement in the Print Preview screen, where you can directly print it or export it to PDF. In the context menu, click on List PPA. Click View or Edit Agreement Details to view or modify the agreement details, provided no transactions have been made under the PPA. The PPA can be enabled or disabled using the toggle button if transactions are made under it, but certain fields like agreement date, installment amount, and end date cannot be edited. Click View or Add Transactions to view the list of transactions and the installment amounts made under a PPA. It serves as a PPA tracker, showing PPA information, status, total agreement amount, and outstanding balance. Add transactions from either the View or Add Transaction or the Patient Ledger screens. Simply click Add Transaction, input the details, then click Add. The same transaction can also be viewed on the Patient Ledger screen. The right side open menu offers 3 options: Edit Transaction, View Trail, and Generate Receipt. Close an agreement by clicking the Close Agreement button. An agreement, once closed, cannot be reopened. Different PPA statuses are created. When a PPA is created, it is represented by a yellow icon. In progress. When a transaction is made for a PPA, it is represented by a green icon. Completed. If the outstanding balance is less than or equal to 0, it is represented by an orange icon. Terminated. Once the agreement is closed, it is represented by a red icon. Any status plus disabled. In the Add or Edit PPA window, disabling the PPA changes its status, and it is represented by a gray icon. Log in to expEDIum Help. Refer to Chapter 3, Section 3.20 of the User Manual to find out more about Patient Payment Agreement. That's all for this session. Thank you.